Dark Souls and Elden Ring are made by the same company. If you play these two games back to back, you may think that you can see the progression in their boss fights. Elden Ring bosses look exactly like one would expect Dark Souls bosses to look like after 11 years of refinement and polish. However, the way in which you must approach Elden Ring bosses could not be more divorced from the method of execution for Dark Souls bosses. Welcome to a way too long minute video I feverishly made following an epiphany after a 2-year-long mental struggle with why I don't like Elden Ring's boss design. I fight Dark Souls bosses with the belief that if one were to be patient, precise, and wise enough, wise here meaning having a solid understanding of the boss's attack patterns, a flawless victory could be achieved. A spectacle of understanding, in which the player draws upon their cunning, their self-control to win a fight, perfectly dodging every attack, striking with precision and efficiency, and I've just taken a giant hammer to the face. Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, this spectacle isn't a reality in most players' cases. This is where the Estus flasks come in. A beautiful method of reversing any mistakes using more of that precise timing and decision making. It doesn't matter if you're not perfect, as long as you're trying to fight precisely, trying your best to not get hit and weave in attacks wherever possible, you are engaging in this system. Dark Souls always rewards you for your patience, precision, and wisdom, and will very rarely reward you for going in guns blazing. I personally love this system. It sends the most dopamine to my brain per second. Elden Ring also uses this system. There are countless players who have used their patience, precision, and wisdom to defeat the bosses of Elden Ring. So, let's say you are a brand new Elden Ring player who wants to defeat bosses in the same way you defeated those Dark Souls bosses. You push your way through the golden fog and begin the process of learning. The boss snarls at you, flies up into the air, attacks from above, crashes down upon you in a blaze of AoE damage, gives you a 50% chance to either get a hit in or dodge yet another attack before quickly delving into an entirely different attack combo to memorize. While you're learning, testing to see when it's safe to attack, when you should dodge, if you can potentially get an R2 in, etc., you will definitely take some damage. And you will find a moment to use your flask, and you will come to a realization. The damage you dealt while unwisely testing the waters was worth the damage you took. Like a little parasite worming its way through your brain, a thought coalesces. I don't have to be patient. I don't have to be precise. I don't have to learn this boss. All I need is to hit it more than it hits me. And why would you be patient, precise, and wise against these flailing monstrosities, when you might have to spend a full minute dodging attacks before you can even get one potential hit in? The temptation to not be perfect is too great. And so you spam R1, healing whenever you're not attacking, doing your best to finish this boss before it finishes you. And it works, because Elden Ring is not designed solely to reward precision, patience, and wisdom. It also rewards players who just want to swing a weapon around and look at some big cinematic monsters. Now, this isn't to say that this method of boss slaying can't be fun. I can totally see how many people would find a lot of value in a game like this. But to me, as an unironic enjoyer of the original Dark Souls system of fighting bosses, it feels like incredibly sloppy, backwards design. Or maybe just an unfavourable comparison for Elden Ring. What I would love to see in the future of Miyazaki's work is a return to the Dark Souls system of boss fights. Perhaps something with a unique mechanic like Sekiro's deflection that worked so well, paired with a cozy, deeply fascinating world that Dark Souls brought, along with the mind-bending, intricate level design that Elden Ring truly perfected.